I'm Dean Ashbrook, the district treasurer for NMI, and I've been treasurer for a local church for about 50 years in Claremore. But I want to talk to you just a little bit about the World Evangelism Fund. It evolved almost 100 years ago. I don't know if you realize that or not, but in 1923 they created the general budget, and that evolved into World Evangelism Fund. The general budget was created to centralize a centralized funding system to support our missionaries, and then in 1997 they changed the name to World Evangelism Fund. And if I remember the story behind that, I'm not sure I'm correct on it, but it's something along the line that some of the churches overseas, the word general was connected more with military, because general in the military service. And they were a little reluctant to give to something that was military based. And so that was the reason for the change. And it's been very effective ever since then. To give you an idea a little bit about how it works, all monies go to the general treasurer, and they are distributed among the 6 regions. I think most of you know about the 6 regions. But the world regions are the U.S. Africa. Those are the 6 world regions that they take care of. The monies go to support missionaries. We talked about global missionaries earlier in some of the sessions. And the global missionaries are fully funded by the World Evangelism Fund. That means that they take care of their medical expenses, the insurance, housing, salaries, a lot of different things, so that when they go to do God's work in whatever country it might be, they don't have to worry about where the money's going to come from. They don't have to worry about that. They can go and do what God has sent them to do, which is very important. It also goes to ministry outposts to support those, support regional ministries, to provide Christian literature in native languages, realizing that we have many different languages and dialects being spoken all over the world that the Nazarene Church is involved with. And the fact that they can have literature and even the Jesus film in words that they can understand, they can learn and know about Jesus. Also goes to holiness education and many other ministries as well. So the World Evangelism Fund is really the lifeline for our missionaries, and it does a wonderful work. How do we give? Many years ago, we had a budget that was given to us. It was based on the previous year's income. And then you had to take out a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There were several different adjustments to it. It was very complicated. If you had a real good year, then your budget for the next year is going to be extremely high. If you had a real low year, your budget next year would be low. Typically, we would gather the money in like in an Easter offering and Thanksgiving offering. That was early on. Usually there wasn't enough come in to meet your budget. So then towards the end of the year, we're struggling trying to get enough money to make sure that we pay our budgets so that we're a good church and we've paid our budgets. Later on, we came up with Faith Promise, which is another good way. That's where you kind of get an idea of what the budget is going to be, and each person, based on faith, pledges so much money and divides it out typically over pay periods, like either 12 months, or if you paid every other week, you do 24 payments, whatever. And this was a good way to get the money, and you had a better chance of reaching your goal. Then a few years ago, and I don't remember how many, as you get older, time goes by really fast, they came up with an idea of 5.5%. And the goal now is for every church all over the world, worldwide, to give 5.5% of what comes in, less what you give to missionary specials. 5.5% means if you get $100, you pay $5.50. It's that simple. That way, regardless of whether you have a good income or a low income, you know that it's going to be 5.5%. And the goal is for everyone to participate. And that means churches in Africa, India, wherever it might be, Church of the Nazarene, just like in Alabaster and stuff, they're going to participate. And that's the whole idea by how the World Evangelism Fund works. It's a lifeline to our missionaries. It's important that we give. We need to pray for our missionaries. We need to give so our missionaries can do their work. Thank you.